Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's APAC community call. So today, our main focus will be the Global Symposium Recap, which happened kind of during last Friday through the weekend. And for today's agenda, as usual, we'll go through the OHDSI news and we'll quickly dabbled on like the collaborator spotlight, which is myself, and I'll just do it very quickly. And then we'll turn to kind of the big theme today. Is really we're very thankful to have Dongyun and Jing Li here to share their experience at the Global Symposium. So first, for the OHDSI news, so we want to let everyone know that since we started to do the APAC newsletter starting from Q2 this year, and now we just released the Q3 one as well, so that if you, I think everyone should already got the newsletter in that email, because we're sending everyone in OHDSI APAC Teams channel, so that you can see that. And also, as Song is sharing here, it's also we also have a website link that you can go directly. And of course, the main focus for our Q3 newsletter is that we definitely want to do the promotion again. Is that our 2022 OHDSI Symposium is now open for registration, and we're glad to announce. Kind of in the previous call too, like it will be in person and virtual in Taipei, and also virtually everywhere. So feel free to click in to see more information, as well as register for the APAC Symposium coming up in less than a month on November 12th and 13th. And also, so that's kind of for the OHDSI news. Again, like everyone, please register for APAC Symposium. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we can help with any kind of logistic issues you may have. So that's for the OHDSI news, and then I'll just go through very quickly. It was really a big honor that I was on the collaborator spotlight this time, and it's really has been a great journey that I think I've shared before as well. Starting from 2019, I joined IQVIA OMOP team, and also kind of the OHDSI community, and then in general, and then later in 2020, we have kind of initiated OHDSI APAC community as as a whole, to have all of the 6 different regions together to do the OHDSI studies and also symposium. So it definitely has been a great journey working with everyone here. And then I'll leave it here. Thank you, everyone.
I should have done this, right, Jing? It's a little bit embarrassing talking about yourself, but yeah, like
I know. I feel like,
congratulations to Jing. Yeah.
Thank you. And then I think, yeah, so let's just go to the next section.
Yeah.
So in a, oh, pardon?
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, if is Dongyun going to share? Is Dongyun, do you want to share your screen, or do you want me to click over the slides? It's
Oh,
in the
yeah,
slides
okay.
right now.
I want to click you can click the
Okay.
slide.
Okay, awesome. And then without
it's
further
my
ado, we'll
turn.
have, yes, that's you. Yeah, and then doing so, like, thanks again for sharing your experience. And now now you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Dongyun Li from Ajou University in South Korea, and I'm a PhD student in Professor Leung Park's lab. I will share my experience and feelings at the Global Symposium. Yeah, this is a schedule on the first day of the symposium, and it was the first meeting in person to me, because last year the symposium was open using Gather Town, so it was totally different. The schedule was tightly planned every hour, so yes. And next page. I think the characteristic of the symposium are the interaction and connection, and this is the main difference of other conferences. I think in general the symposium is one way symposium like the picture on the left, but the OHDSI Symposium has more situation where they talk together like picture on the right. So I'm a shy man, so I usually listen quietly at the symposium. At first I'm embarrassed, but however, thanks to the atmosphere of OHDSI Symposium, I had conversation with many new friends and new people, and we plan the future collaboration. Next page. And by setting a topic for each table, like this picture, the symposium provides an opportunity to easily gather and have a conversation. So I also participate in psychiatry or other common data model such as I participate that table. Yeah, next page. And OHDSI also hosted an event called Meet the Mentor, and which provide an opportunity to talk directly OHDSI veteran. So I had a conversation with Danny from Oxford and asked for advice on future research and direction and collaborative research. Yeah, this is the picture at the Meet the Mentor. Next page. Yeah. Even in the poster presentation session, there are many conversations about various topics and thinking about how to collaborate. So I was very surprised and motivated to do the research. So yeah, and yes. Next page. Yeah, so I also present the poster at the symposium. Yeah, and the next day there are a lot of different work group activities, and I participate Hades hackathon and method research and our hands workgroup meeting the next day. Yeah. Yeah, in the hackathon, and topics to be actually provided or given, and people gather by topics to solve problems. And I participate in applying the PS over the weight proposed by Chan. And next page. And during this time, I felt that solving real problem by cooperating with each other was in line with the characteristic of the OHDSI. And after solving the problem, I took a picture with my colleagues with smile. Yeah. And next page. And meanwhile, the weather was also very nice, and the food at the symposium was delicious. Next page. And this is the last page. And in summary, I think I would say the characteristic of the OHDSI symposium, such as promoting cooperation and connection, interaction, will help build healthier world together. Right? So, yeah, that's my short summary. And thanks for listening.
Thanks, Donghyun, for your presentation. Donghyun, I have a few questions. I always have questions.
Yes.
And plus, Curie, she said she's gonna be a little late because she has a prior engagement. So I think it's a good time to have a Q&A section if the audience have any.
Yes.
So I'll go first, right? So I see this is Chungsu, right?
Yes.
And I see this is Jimyoung, right?
Yes, right.
Are they in the call today? No, right?
They are involved in other calls. So
Okay. I just
yeah.
wanted to say they must be very happy because they put on a lot of weight, by the way. I remember them from like 2 or 3 years ago, but they look much bulky than I remember them a few years ago. So yeah, like you guys must be happy. I think Professor Park should give you more work, right? You guys are gaining so much weight. So yeah, this is
fine.
yeah, this is
It's
like I
COVID.
just wanted to
It's
mention this.
COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
it's good to see some friendly faces, right? The photos are always the best that come out of symposiums and everything. So yeah, really good to see the faces here. Another, actually, this might be a question for Professor Chan. So Chan, like, I think you were having some exchanges with Martine on the propensity score matching recently. Is there like anything you want to share with the community right now, or would you like to do it some other time on a later opportunity?
Yeah, I think we can do that later.
Okay.
But because I did not have the slides or the results from the Martine's work
Okay.
at the symposium. So, but briefly, at the symposium, one of the main lectures presented by Patrick and Martine was that the empirical evaluation of current comparative risk assessment strategy in the OHDSI. So we usually uses the diagnostics for the study, and for those those diagnostics, we use the empirical equipoise and balance after the matching or stratification, and the negative control outcomes, and how much does these diagnostics actually affects on the validation or rigorosity of the study is not actually well studied. So in their work, how they evaluate those diagnostics, and which is the most important diagnostics among those used diagnostics was presented. But again, I don't have the results for that, so I will present about it later.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
believe that the PS overlap rating system it is on a little bit different strategy, but similar to the PS matching or stratification, and I believe that it is more robust, but then those matchings or certifications. So I'm really glad that this is implemented in the hackathon or hands-on session of Hades in this symposium. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
thanks,
thankful.
Professor Chan. Yeah, thanks for giving a very long answer. I just wanted to know, like, if you can't do it today, like, we are happy to hear about it some other time, right? But yeah, thanks for the update. I think, Jing, maybe we could squeeze in a separate session for Professor Chan in one of the future community calls, right? So yeah, Chan, if you're ready, please let us know. We can squeeze you in another one of these community calls. Yeah, so thanks for that. Dongyun, going back to your slides, right? So even for me, right, in the symposiums, I am very used to the one on the left, right? We hear people talking to us, and that's it. And like, also for me, OHDSI, what is great is that people actually talk to each other in the break times. Some people just don't even listen to the symposiums. They just talk to each other in the back, right? So like, you said yourself, you're a very shy person. Did you manage to go from here to here throughout the whole symposium, or like, are you still transitioning to the right side? So I'm just interested on like how OHDSI is affecting your personality, I guess.
Yeah, the personality cannot be changed, but
Right, right.
yeah, I'm trying to, and at least at the OHDSI symposium, I was in the right side, I think.
Right. Yeah, that's great, right? OHDSI opens up this for everybody. I think that's what's really great about OHDSI. There will be some people who actually come to you first if you're in the corners, right? Like people like Mui, they'll come up to you, say, "Hey, where do you come from?" Something like that, right? So I think this is really great. I think you mentioned that you were participating in the psychiatry discussion groups, right? So
Yes.
I think I remember from somewhere that you are a medical doctor in psychiatry, right? That's
Yes.
why. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yes,
great.
yeah, right. I am a psychiatrist, and I'm a member of OHDSI Psychiatry Working Group, so
I see.
yeah, I participate, but the Psychiatry Working Group is too small, and so
Maybe you
Yeah.
can use one of these community calls to promote your working group. We are happy to squeeze you
yeah.
in. So yeah, let us know if you need that time, okay?
Sure. I hope so.
Yeah, no further questions from me. Any other questions from the audience for Dongyun?
Because for the psychiatry working group, that's something also like there are kind of Chinese data partners, OMAP Chinese data partners that they converted some of the top psychiatry hospitals data into OMAP, and then we are actually going through a publication with them. So I think that would be great. Like if there are any like I think even within APAC community, we're making a lot of progress in the psychiatry world, actually, you know, relatively speaking, with other therapeutic areas. So I think that would be great. Like I can definitely link you with the let me just shoot out an email with the Chinese data owners that they have already converted 3 psychiatry specialty hospitals. They only treat psychiatry data. So and then they've done 3 hospitals.
Wow, wonderful. I hope so. It'll be great for me.
All right.
Yeah, because
all right.
psychiatry is just very different beast in China. Like you have to go to those specialty hospitals to get treated, especially for the more severe version of the disease, and you can only be prescribed drugs that way. Not the general clinics or hospitals. You can't get any like the more serious treatment, I should say.
Yeah, right. South Korea is the same situation, so I think
You have to go to
maybe the same level of data can be remain.
All right, sounds good, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, Jing. Oh, back to you. I think Yuri is here for she's in the call.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much, Doin, for the presentation. And next we'll have Keely here. So would you, Keely, do you want us to continue share the screen, or you would like to do that?
Please share the screen.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Kyuri from Yonsei University in Korea. I'm a graduate school student under Jeon, majoring in biomedical informatics. Next, please. I visited 2022 Global OHDSI Symposium last week. It was held in Washington, D.C. from 14th to 16th October for 3 days. It was on last weekend. I will introduce you this program briefly and want to share what I had great impression on this symposium with you. Next, please. This symposium consisted of 3 programs: main conference, full-day tutorial, and work group activities. Next, please. When registering, I can attach work group labels and stickers to my name tag to indicate that I am an early researcher. Thanks to this sticker, I could access people more easily. Next, please. And the full-fledged symposium began with the state of the community and the FDA's COVID-19 vaccine safe studies. I saw this map of collaboration like this on the internet, but when I saw this map with people from various countries at the symposium, I felt more like it was a global consortium, and I was looking forward to join OHDSI's journey. Next, please. Yeah, next, work group connection was in the room where work group gathered and greet each other. And outside the room, pre-applicants met mentors one by one. I participated in the medical imaging work group connection, and I was able to meet professors and researchers in person and talk about various things. In addition, we introduced ourselves, even in English, to those who were interested in our working group and networked with new people. And more than 10 working group participants were added after receiving emails. It was a meaningful experience for me. Next, please. The plenary session was conducted on how to avoid generating unreliable evaluation. As an example of OHDSI's legend study, large-scale propensity scores were introduced as best practice for addressing confirmation. The most emphasized part was the diagnostics are important to sense the reliability of results. As OHDSIs, we needed to be more curious in applying diagnostics. We were very diagnostic, and I was impressed by what he said. Next, please. And next was OHDSI support for regulatory authorities. Professor Jeon presented about Korea. Next, please. And many interesting stories were discussed in lightning talks. Also, I was very impressed because everyone did such a good presentation. Next, please. And there were 19 posters. They consist of 34 clinical applications, 22 data standards and measurement, 21 methodological research, and 17 open source analytical development. And some senior researchers gave me some feedbacks and questions. It was really helpful for me. It was a great honor and precious experience. Next, please. Next, please. Triple next, please. Yeah, thank you. And closing was really amazing. We gathered as a team and have a challenge to build some piece of Lego. We didn't know what the pieces are, but we just concentrated on our teamwork. Then wrote our name on it and submitted. After that, Patrick shows us some masterpiece we built together. He evokes us that we are not alone, but a part of OHDSI, and we are on the same journey. I really like this message and won't forget. Next, please. And everything was really awesome. It was most impressive closing. Next, please. And second days, it was birthday tutorial. And I met a lot of friends in here, and it was really useful time. Next, please. Next, please. And on the third day, it was held as work group activities and all hands meeting. It was really fun to get up and walk around and talk actively when the topics of interest were common. And we also introduced working groups one by one, and APAC working group was introduced people by Jeon, Professor Jeon. Next, please. And next, as a member of OHDSI, we brainstormed how to struggle to OHDSI next year. And the 4 most sympathetic agenda were selected, and we divide into teams to think about and discuss them together. I went to a team that considered how to improve documentation. We discussed ways to bring the scattered resources in one place. It was really fun to hear various opinions and experience. And yeah, it was really great. Next, please. In summary, I joined the OHDSI research group earlier this year, and I only met and did research by online. So I had a little vague concept. However, with the participation of this symposium, we met with people in person to discuss research and share and sympathize with each other's various interests and see them expand the horizon of new research. I felt like I was standing on the real-time flow of research. It was a wonderful experience to network with various people. It was an honor to participate. And next, please. And I'm looking forward to the next APEC Symposium. I hope you all meet and come and experience a richer and more vivid symposium than I have experienced. Next, please. That's my recap of OHDSI Global Symposium. Thank you.
Thanks, Kiri. Wow. Great presentation. Yeah, Dongyun raised his hand. Did you raise your hand or you pressed? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Okay. So, I'm being a little playful here right now, right? I do want to point out some friendly faces in the photos, Kiri. Your photos, you have a lot of photos. I really have to point out some people that we know, right? This one, like so many people we already know, it's so obvious. I'm gonna skip this one, but if we go here, we see Mui here. I've never seen Mui dressed so pretty. Like yeah, I see Mui here. I also see Dongyun there in the back. So when Giri took this photo, apparently Dongyun was speaking with Danny. I think Danny's face is covered here. We see Dongyun again, right? In the posters. Where are you, Dongyun? There you go. Dongyun is there in the corner. I think he's being interviewed or he's answering some questions given by somebody. So yeah, it's I think, you know, Giri, was the surprise for this global symposium, this year's global symposium, the Legos? Was that the surprise? Okay.
Yeah, it was an event.
So like every year.
We didn't know that it would be this whole picture. What we've done is that just we need to make some little piece of this, you know. So I don't know what we are doing. Just we try to make some, you know, novel, inventive things. But after all, it was the some part of this whole work. So
okay.
At the time, at the phase, we thought it is kind of competition to make most innovative Lego bricks, but later we found that even though we thought it was a competition, but it was collaboration at all.
Okay, like every year there's a surprise at the symposium, right? Like I've seen the picture on the right, right? So like I thought, okay, maybe this is something. So I thought it wasn't a surprise. It was maybe something, something that somebody wanted to showcase, maybe somebody's hobby or something. But yeah, like now that we see this picture on the left, right, and based on your explanation, Chan and Cutie, so looks like everyone was given like little pieces of this, and then it was put into this big Lego piece together, right? Okay, this is interesting. I wish I was there. Yeah, so that's amazing. And so what's this picture, may I ask? Is it like part of this?
It's Patrick's masterpiece at the symposium. So he made a video by using Lego bricks and Lego figures like that. So it was kind of 3 minutes long videos to show that like all of them are actual member of OHDSI.
Now that you mention it, okay, there are people's names there. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, there is a dedicated figure and for the OHDSI member, and all of the members working together doing something. And Patrick spent, I think, more than 100 hours to make this video.
Oh, so he did it himself? Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, by himself. Yeah.
I look forward to seeing this video. It'll probably come onto the OHDSI website, right?
Yeah, it was really delightful.
Okay. Awesome. Gyuri, is that a Lego figure representing you on the right?
No, it's Claire, but I picked.
Oh, it's Claire.
Yeah.
Okay, Claire. Okay, I see. Interesting. Right. Like I can keep going on mentioning friendly faces in all of the photos, but I think I'll stop. I should stop and open the floor to anybody who have questions. Right. So yeah, I'll stop talking. Okay, silence means good, I guess. Jing, like I think everyone is So silence means good most of the time, right? So like I think we are okay for today, I guess.
Yeah, I would thank you so much, Dong and Kili, for sharing your experience. You know, we're very jealous of that. You guys are there, and it would be really looking forward to seeing people again, kind of in the APAC Symposium soon as well. All right, cool. So thank you, everyone. And again, as usual, I'll be posting the recording and uploading it to the OHDSI APAC website. Thank you, guys, for joining us today.
See you in Taiwan, guys. Bye.
Thank
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.